Welcome to the Dad and Buried podcast. This week we're going to be talking about Mother's Day, which is forthcoming.
Yes.
Very, very quickly.
Mother's Day. It's my favorite holiday.
Well, see, I have trouble with Mother's Day for a variety of reasons, one of which is I'm broke, which is why I'm thankful for our patrons.
Oh, my gosh. They are the absolute greatest people.
You know who should be thankful for my patrons? Mom and Buried.
Yeah.
Without their contributions every month, she wouldn't be getting the peonies, I believe, is her favorite flower. One time I asked her friend, where can I get some pansies? She's like, she don't want no pansies, my brother. She wants peonies.
Yeah, I bet she wants peonies.
You know what? But if not for our single dad level patrons, Chris Coleman,
yes.
David Tuttle,
Chris.
Phil Mansfield, our dad bod patron, Barbara Geiger, as I call her, Geigs.
Yeah.
I apologize if she doesn't like that. I guarantee she doesn't. Comment MVP and father figure,
Yes.
Sergeant Joseph Diachason.
Sarge.
I tried it again. We're going to call him Sarge.
Yeah.
Keep trying it. And our biggest patron, the world's greatest
Here
dad,
we go.
Cole Wedemeyer, not sure. Cole, let us know.
Thank you very much. And
You're the reason.
Yeah.
You're the reason my wife.
You're starting to win arguments at home. You're just
No,
slowly
no.
dropping. No,
Not,
just kidding.
Not winning shit.
No, okay.
I mean, that's never going to change. They're the reason that I have a couple extra dollars in my pocket to maybe get some peonies, which I'm going to forget to do.
Yeah. And then you're going to get
Last year I went on Sunday morning, on Mother's Day morning, to a place I thought would have them, and nope.
That's a classic move.
It is.
Sunday
Well, no.
morning, it's just like roaming the streets.
I had done other things.
Sweating.
I had done other things, but I don't know why the flowers thing was like a last minute guess, and there's a florist near us. Gave it a shot, no dice.
Okay. Because they were sold out. 28 days later style, just like completely empty from.
Yeah, and there were zombies.
Yeah. And the wizard just like there were no flowers whatsoever.
There were flowers. I think I ended up getting a different kind of flower, but then I had to go with my tail between my legs. I didn't get the peonies.
Yeah.
Once again, I dropped the ball.
Oh, I love the word.
But next year,
peonies.
if we get some more patrons, I'll be able to get some roses.
Whoa, you guys! So
Right?
that's something to look forward
Help
to.
me save my relationship.
And let us read your name out with all these.
I love reading
esteemed,
the names because
crew.
I like mispronouncing things.
Yeah.
Through no fault of my own. Next
So
time,
you-
spell it out phonetically, guys.
Come on,
Give me a hand.
MS Babayan.
Speaking of MS Babayan,
I know we're gonna get to her.
we are going to get to her in a minute.
Yeah.
If you listen to last week's episode, where you could catch us on iTunes, Spotify, all the different podcasting places.
Yep.
Whether you have an Android or an Apple, you can find us. You can watch us on YouTube. You can put YouTube on and just listen, like Pete does at work
I
or
do.
something.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
listen.
Why would you want to put video on your computer if somebody walks by or whatever?
I listen to music on.
How do you listen to music
and I listen to
You use YouTube to listen to music.
sometimes, yeah, and then I'll listen
You're a goddamn dirty millennial, aren't you?
Am I?
It's probably
Yeah,
something
maybe.
they do.
I'm a
Nate, is that something?
I'm a
millennial?
secret
Yeah,
millennial.
they listen
Yeah,
to
I
music
guess
on
so.
YouTube.
Little Dickie's new video Earth.
I have
dropped.
no idea what any of those words mean.
Cool.
But please subscribe to whichever podcasting platform
Whatever
you
you wanna
want.
do.
Give us some 5 stars if you like. We're up to 21
I know.
ratings on there and
You
a handful
guys.
of positive reviews.
This is pretty cool.
Subscribe on YouTube. We can talk about specific episodes
Yes.
underneath those.
That's what I want. I want to get into that.
Yeah, well, Sarge is on there a fair amount.
Yes, he
in
is.
fact, he posted something about our last episode, which was about travel.
Yes.
and
If you haven't heard that, get into it.
it's a popular one because parents hate traveling with kids for good reason, and we get into all of them.
Yeah.
And Sergeant Diachason, the Sarge, had a long. I know I can't. I keep wanting to do it for him.
That's
I
fine.
want to make him proud of me.
Yeah.
He left a long comment where he was talking about how he's only traveled by a plane and with one kid so far, and that alone was horrific.
Yep.
Because all you need is one kid.
But then the best part is he goes on to say that his travel adventure left basically his stroller and his car seat completely broken.
Oh my God! It just destroyed everything.
Yeah,
it happens.
And then the best is he goes, when we land back in New Jersey, the base of the stroller are both broken. Who's gonna pay for this? Oh, me. Now my child is 3, my youngest is 7 months. The stress levels rise.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yes,
man!
they
When
do.
you have to travel with the 3-year-old and the baby, have fun, my man.
You know what? Just write a note before you go, just like so in memoriam. Just like
well,
dear
if
diary.
they follow your rules in the airport, he'll be able to off one of
Ooh,
them.
yeah. Listen, that's
Diplomatic immunity.
It's a Diplomatic immunity.
It's just been revoked, right?
Oh, that's actually
Lethal Weapon 2.
That's actually well placed.
Oh, you like that
Yeah,
one?
that-
Wow.
that
My
one was the
references
one.
are okay if they're organic and they make sense.
Exactly. And
Thanks,
not
Pete.
insanely.
Not when
coming
they're
out-
forced and I'm the only person who knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Like Enemy Mine. Let's get back into
Please
it.
stop.
All right, so we got a lot more to say. Oh, I did want to say that I did win. I don't know if you paid attention to my Instagram last week. I had a hat versus cap debate with KSU Julie, who lives in Kansas,
Okay.
who doesn't realize that caps are a type of hat and thinks they just should be called hats. Clearly, I won that debate as loyal listener MS Babayan
Babayan. MS
stated. She
Babayan.
said, I agree with you on the whole baseball cap thing, and then she made fun of me for mistaking Aladdin for the Lion King when we got into that controversy last week. But you go listen to our podcast if you want to hear that.
Yeah, if you want to
Some
hear all
racy
about that
Disney content.
about that controversy, definitely listen into our previous episode on travel. That was serious.
But this week we're talking about Mother's Day. We're going to
Yes.
get into it. You guys had a nice amount of comments. We're going to get into it right after this.
Let's do it.
All right, we're back at it, getting into Mother's Day. And I got to say, so before the show, Pete and I collaborate on some notes and stuff we want to talk about. We incorporate your comments to make sure we don't miss any. And Pete, you had a really great conversation started this week. Talking about Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Pete wonders, mothers,
Just curious.
are they really necessary? Once you're born from them, and even in the
Yeah,
future, we
I don't
probably
know.
not going to
I
need
just
that.
feel that at this point it seems a little.
They're obsolete.
redundant.
They've run their
Seems a little
course.
redundant. Yeah.
Moms have, right?
Yeah.
They certainly don't deserve to be feted and celebrated.
Well, here's another way to look at this. Isn't every day Mother's Day?
That's
Moms
true.
out there.
I will say,
Let's pause while I just like receive the wrath. The wrath.
hold on, I want to get into that
Yeah.
because every day is Mother's Day, but even if you don't think that, every holiday is for the mom and your wife, right? So Mother's Day, obviously. Her birthday, obviously.
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah, it's
Okay.
my wife's, right?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, like a
right.
guy gives a shit
Yep.
about what he's getting?
Right.
No. Anniversary, it's not it's her anniversary.
Totally. Halloween.
My wife is actually worships Halloween, 100%. So literally every single one except my birthday and maybe Father's Day.
Yeah. I
We'll
can't
see how
wait
it
to do
goes.
Father's
I
Day.
can't wait. We'll see how it goes this week.
Yeah.
But the pressure of these holidays is literally one of the defining aspects of my life.
You
since
make
I've
a
been married.
strong point for all these holidays, with the exception
women-centric.
of Halloween. Yeah.
Well, and my personal life, Halloween is a big deal. I'm always forced into like dressing up into
Yeah.
like couples costumes. My wife loves that stuff.
Right.
The kind of thing I would never be caught doing
Group costumes.
back in the day.
Couples
No,
costumes.
couples costumes.
Oh,
Like
really?
one
So-
year she was Julia Roberts in the hooker outfit from the beginning of Pretty Woman, and I was Richard Gere because I had
In
a
the
gray
hooker
suit.
outfit? Yeah,
No, yeah. I had a gray suit,
Mix it up.
and I think I carried a bouquet of flowers, and I spray painted my hair gray. But what happened was the spray paint was I think a little bit more silver, and I was really fat at the time, so I looked more like Bill Clinton. We won
she was
like
like
second
Jennifer
place.
Flowers,
We
yeah.
won like second place, and she always makes fun of me because I got up to stage to collect the prize. The guy's like, "Do you play golf?" And I don't. And I just go, "Yeah." And he gave me some free golf balls, which I'd never used.
Yeah.
She was mad at me. I could have just said no, and I could have gotten something I could have used. It would have been a nice gift.
Wow. The what if argument.
Sliding doors.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good argument.
It's a
I like
different
that.
reality branched off. What would have
Yeah.
happened if I had done something besides the golf balls?
Well, let me clarify, because when it comes to Mother's Day, why shouldn't there be like, what about Kids Day, right? This is a common.
I've never. Have your kids said that to you?
Absolutely. What about Kids Day?
Every day is literally
the perfect
Kids Day.
response to that is to just dead ass stare them in the eye until they say what.
Yeah, and then they
And
run
then
away.
and then you
Or they
just-
whimper and turn
Yeah,
without
exactly.
saying anything. Yeah.
And then you just hold their gaze.
I do love the stare.
until they just kind of walk away.
The withering stare.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
even have to say, "What the fuck
Yeah.
did you just say to me?" You just
No, Mother's Day. It's I mean Mother's Day is a valid, very valid holiday. We need to give appreciation
We
to
do.
the moms out there.
In fact, I wrote a blog post either last year or 2 years ago that was not pandering at all, but it was moms deserve more than one day. Because that's
the way you just said
because
that
that's
was so
how I
awful.
feel.
Okay.
Look, my wife's a special lady. She does a shitload of stuff. I hate being a stay-at-home dad, and she works from home and stays at home with the kids. And they're unbearable, frankly. You've met my kids.
Yeah.
Right? I couldn't do it. I don't want to
thing.
do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
I don't know about...
I feel bad for everybody in that scenario.
Everybody. The kids, too? Because my wife's also awful?
Well, no, because you're at home with everybody.
Yelling at them.
Constantly
Yelling.
Like, oh, this guy again.
I know. Sitting on my couch with my hand in my waist like Al Bundy. Have you ever
your-
done that?
In your underwear?
I used to think that was really silly and like strange, and then I actually do it now.
And now it's like
actually pleasant.
Become part of the thing.
I was also excited that you said dead ass.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever encountered you.
Just
It's not the kind of thing I
dead-ass.
think you would ever say in normal conversation. It had
No,
to be,
but,
like,
but
calculated.
you need that's a good descriptor of what you really need to do. You just need to dead ass stare your kid in the eye and go,
I agree. Get the fuck out of my face.
yeah, in your mind.
Seriously.
And that will translate through your eyes.
Through your eyes. Well, that's a parent skill.
Yeah.
But obviously, mothers are very important. We love both of our wives. We love both of
Mm-hmm.
our mothers. I'm sure Nate loves his mommy. Yeah, you still call her mommy?
Yeah, no, yeah, of course.
I saw a woman my wife was shopping for a dress, and I saw a woman who was older than me, who had to be like 45, 50.
No way.
Who
Where?
said,
Did you write it
was
down?
at an outlet store or
Well,
something.
Come on.
Listen.
Any more details?
And she was with her mom, and she's going, mommy, and I'm just like, what? So I wrote a tweet, and I said something, there's nothing creepier than a grown adult who calls their parents mommy and daddy, and then somehow like Nigerian Twitter found it, and I guess it's like a cultural thing, they do that, and everyone got mad at me, not realizing that I just mean they're like, what are we supposed to call them then? Parental unit 1? I'm like, no, mom and dad. It was this huge controversy. It was very funny.
Are you just trying to start shit with Nigeria?
No,
Is
I
that
didn't know. I
basically
didn't
what's
know.
happening?
I didn't know Nigeria would give a
The
shit.
tweet that
But it was weird. I got posted on their Instagram. People like somebody clapped back at me. Clapped back, and that got a huge, like, people really loved her response. I just was like, I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't bothered by it. It was very amusing. Anyway, so obviously a lot of interaction on social media, which is where we got a lot of our user comments. So I went on my Instagram stories. You should check me out there, Dad and Buried, and I asked people, give me some Mother's Day horror stories, give me some gift ideas. And I gotta say, the gift ideas today somebody says to me with a straight face, a hummingbird feeder is a nice gift.
Who said that?
I said, I'm not.
Was that your wife?
I said, I'm not buying her a hummingbird feeder.
Was that your wife
Nice
or your
try.
son?
It was neither. Come on, man.
Are there hummingbirds in New York City?
You're talking to. I don't believe you're
know
talking
anything
to people outside this.
about the wildlife in New York City except there's some raccoons occasionally traipsing.
Those are rats. There's
No. There's like a pet shelter in my neighborhood, and
Yeah.
there's been like a rabid raccoon in my backyard because they're out in the daytime. You know that it's
Rabid?
not good
Ooh,
news,
yeah.
right? Anyway, so his name's Spiky, and he's a good family friend.
He's just a little
He's
bitey.
in the house now.
He's a little bitey.
So I got a lot of gift ideas, but I gotta say they were broken down in a handful of categories. But let's get into the material stuff you can buy at the store: wine and carbs, which obviously.
Wine, I mean that's a
That's
default. But
SLK Putnam said that one. Sleep, wine, and carbs. We're gonna get into sleep in a minute.
But I feel like isn't wine just kind of de facto
In your house at all
Yeah,
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a parent.
You it's basically like a small wine shop, and you don't barely notice when the wine goes down because you're consuming so much.
So Texas Margaret said lottery tickets. So every year on Christmas, my dad gets me and my two brothers an envelope full of scratch-offs. Some of them are $1, some of them are $2, some of them are $5, and there's like a $10 one. I like the $10 ones because they take a long time. So even when you lose, you feel like you've, had some fun. But it's basically what my dad is basically doing is he's handing us things and saying, here, you throw these out.
Right.
That's what it would be like. Like the only way getting my wife a lottery ticket is if I bought 100, found the winners, and then gave them to her as a gift.
Right.
Giving her scratch-off tickets where she's certainly not going to win. She's not going to like that. But I
Yeah.
might try it.
Okay.
I might try it, see what happens.
Who was saying that?
That was
Oh,
Texas Margaret. Yeah,
right.
lottery tickets was her
Yeah, I don't
suggestion.
know. I'm not sure about lottery tickets.
I don't think so either. So this is something I bet that you've done, right? So a couple of people, Annette 26, Rooted Gypsy Spirit.
Yeah.
No, maybe not her.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
we'll get back to
And
you.
at 26.
But a couple of people suggested like a spa day.
Yeah. Yep.
And you hear that a lot, facial pedicure. Now you have daughters, so
Yes.
I imagine that's something maybe they like to do together sometimes.
They are not in the picture because they are kids. And
But
the
your
mom-
eldest daughter wouldn't like go to like a spa day with your mom?
She would, but that's only just kind of recently been something that
Okay,
they'd be into.
so it hasn't happened
But
yet.
yeah, so
But it might.
Mother's Day, yeah, I mean, really the gift for Mother's Day is I mean, which is I just take the kids and I'm like, you.
Well, hold on. I
go
want to get into
and do
that,
your thing.
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people said that. Alone time, right? C.W. Bullard said that someone suggested, and I've heard this before too, buy your wife a hotel room
Yeah.
so she can have the night to herself.
Yeah.
Holly Hammond said, take the kids out and leave her alone for the
Exactly.
afternoon. Mariah Nitz said, I want the day to myself. I should not have to spend the day with my son. I like Mariah Nitz. I should
Exactly.
not have to spend the day with my son. Hold on a second. VM Rizzi said, the only thing I ever want is a day where I have to make zero decisions, which when you have kids, we have so many damn decisions. Just choosing a movie on Netflix screws us, right? She wants to be alone, pretty much. Stefan D7 says, just leave her alone, take the kids and go. Now,
I think basically the premise of Mother's Day is I've made a huge mistake.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this is my argument.
I need to be.
This is my argument, right?
fucking
So
alone.
it's the same thing for Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
But fathers, I think by and large, probably have slightly more opportunity to maybe to be alone. Or that's the stereotype, right? They're at work or they go out with their friends more, which is not true for me. I don't have friends, as you guys both know.
You were saying you were talking to someone about a bird feeder.
I made that person up. That was on my Instagram Live. My friends are all online. They live in the Matrix with me. So, Mom and Buried is not necessarily. She likes her alone time, and we all deserve it. But she likes to celebrate with the kids on Mother's Day.
I'm almost wondering if there's something maybe
Wrong with her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On
Father's Day, I don't mind being with my kids. What's the point? Like it's not. It shouldn't just be
What's
like
the
I
point of
just
being
want a
with your
gift
kids
to
on
do whatever I want. It's the point is like Christmas is to celebrate Jesus, right? That's
Okay.
how it is in my house, at least.
Yeah,
Just
I
kidding.
know.
Very secular household.
No, you're incredibly religious.
I was raised Catholic, and I'm over it.
You have a huge back piece tattoo of an
Back
Irish
piece.
cross.
That's you're thinking of Ben Affleck, I think.
What?
I have been mistaken for him before. It's usually Paul Rudd, sometimes Ben Affleck.
Okay.
So, it's like Mama Buried likes to do stuff as a family, which I hate, right? And part of the way gifts when you're married work are not only do you want to give your wife something they will like, or your spouse something they will like, they want you to get something that there's a level of masochism too, right? You have to be like, I'm willing to do something I hate just because I want to make you happy, right? Let's go to the opera. Let's go to a
How about I
play.
take all these kids? I hate that.
I know,
I
so do
will
I. But
let
she
you-
wants to be with the kids, not
And
like
I-
these harpies who
How about
hate their
this?
children.
How about this? Add on
Just
to
kidding,
it,
guys.
I also hate the fact that you're sitting here while I'm with the kids, challenging every decision that I make.
Yeah,
I hate
right.
That too.
Well, somebody said that, right? So actually, somebody said that she hated Mother's Day because her kids and her husband argue the whole time over like who gets to do stuff for her or who thought of what. So like the constant bickering.
Yeah, it's just
and I'm sorry that I can't find your name. If I come across it, I'll hit you with it. But I thought that was very interesting. Where like the kids, my kids don't give a shit. They're not. They're very ungrateful and selfish. They're not interested in getting my wife anything.
Well, I mean, it has
Pro
to.
tip: don't accidentally call your wife your mom in her presence, like I just did.
Oh,
Not
well,
a good look.
I don't think anybody really noticed until you just called it out.
Well,
so
she
good
doesn't
call.
listen.
No,
right?
no,
My mom
of course
does
not.
listen. That's
We
the
have
irony.
we have tens of listeners.
We do have tens of listeners.
Yeah, Mother's Day in the morning, I think the default go-to is I think it's a nice gesture
To
do the
breakfast in bed.
Yeah, I think that's nice. And the kids like it. And that's
And part of the
that's
fun is the
extent.
kids screwing it up a little bit and
They
letting them
kinda-
carry
and
it
they
in
like
the
to carry
cereal
it.
spilling.
And then as they're
So
carrying
delightful.
it, both parents are like, "Don't you fucking spill that."
No, just me. I am a
Screaming.
rage monster almost at all
Don't
times.
spill
Clenched
it.
teeth.
And then the mom.
If
I
you
was like,
if you spill that, your mom's gonna have to clean it up.
and then this is her day.
Exactly.
Think about that.
Yeah. Before you ruin it with your presence.
So I think a little bit of effort. Well, the effort goes in. So that's where the flowers come in, right? That's where the flowers are presented with the card. All the kids make a little card in the morning. That's nice. That's sweet.
Well, maybe or at school, right? So like hopefully, especially when your kids are young, a lot of times like the class will do like a Mother's Day project,
Right.
And
you'll
I pray
just
for that every
lean
year.
on the school system.
Oh, 100%.
to
I pray for
deliver.
that every year because I'll forget to like get my kid involved, and my wife is very interested in like getting my kid involved and having him say something heartfelt or do something.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I do agree that it's an important lesson to teach. But I mean, what's the kid gonna do?
Yeah,
All
I'm-
he does is show me up. I could check your kids at the door got his wife an Apple Watch. I
Yeah.
could get my wife an Apple Watch, and then my kid could walk in the door with a fucking macaroni necklace, and she'll prefer the goddamn necklace. And this is why.
Wait a second. That sounds amazing.
This is what I'm
That
saying.
sounds incredible.
That's
Just
what I'm
get
saying.
her a macaroni Apple Watch.
That's a good
And there
idea,
you go.
man. But I was saying, you can't beat your kids because your kids do anything, and it's like they have such a low bar.
You're not thinking straight, man. You're just not
You
thinking
can't
through
beat
the
your
problem.
kids.
Yeah. At making macaroni watches.
Look, man, I can't even make edible macaroni, let alone
Yeah.
do what they have to do to make it into some kind of necklace.
But do you actually get your wife presents? Because
Well, I'm currently unemployed,
seems
and
insane.
I'm leaning on our Patreon funds,
Yeah.
Patreon funds, to get some flowers.
yeah.
So I'll try to do something heartfelt. In the past, I've gotten her presents, but a lot of times before other holidays, we'll be like, let's not exchange gifts,
Yeah,
right? I'll
no.
get her like a bottle of champagne.
I don't want any.
No, me neither.
these
I'll get her
presents
like a
or
bottle of champagne and flowers, right? And we'll
Right.
mark the day, and maybe we'll do something as a family, or I'll leave her alone. And she'll do
alcohol,
the same for me on Father's Day.
flowers, a little bit of effort from the
Yeah,
kids.
and
that
maybe you go out
shows
to
that
dinner
kinda-
that weekend or something,
exactly.
or you do the
kinda-
brunch
or-
thing.
Right. You postpone it, and then you just immediately extract the kids, and then allow her to carry on
Are you
her day.
a brunch fan?
Not particularly. So I mean, I'm not against
When
it.
I was,
It's just
when we didn't have kids, it was easier.
yeah. I mean,
Obviously.
we talked about this with
Going out for
taking,
breakfast
Yeah, we
is
talked about this with
impossible
the
with
in the
children.
restaurants episode, taking your
Yeah.
kids to restaurants.
Yeah.
Like anytime someone's like, "Hey, do you want to bring your kids to a restaurant?" I'm like, no,
I
that
don't.
sounds like a really shitty idea. Unless it's like, "Hey, do you two, without your kids, want to go to?" Yes, of course, I'd love to do that and start drinking.
Do
at
you
10
want to
o'clock
hear
in the
something
morning.
crazy that I heard today?
Yeah. I guess you're gonna I think you're gonna bring up-
Kraft, the macaroni and cheese people. And this was on Scary Mommy. I have friends at Scary Mommy. I used to write for them sometimes. This was an article that it's circulating in the news, and Scary Mommy picked it up. Apparently, no strings attached. Kraft is paying moms, like reimbursing them for childcare on Mother's Day so they can have time alone, up to $100. So all you have to do is like go out
Wait,
and
what?
do whatever your thing is, and then have some kind of receipt from your childcare or your babysitter and submit it online. No strings attached. I don't even know if there's a limit. It's not a contest. People, look this up. Google it. It's not a contest. My wife sent it to me and her comment was WTF.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went in and looked at it, and I'm like, I didn't study it, but it says in it, this is no strings attached, not all this stuff.
Really?
I'm like, really?
That
I shouldn't
sounds
even be
like
saying this.
Kraft is going to
Go bankrupt?
Yeah, basically.
potentially. But
Especially when I submit. all
moms
those-
are going to love some
Yeah.
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Sorry, cheese and macaroni. Wasn't that the old ad?
I don't know.
Because they were so cheesy, the kids always would reverse it and write it in their kid writing in the commercials. It should be cheese and macaroni because there's more cheese. Did
That
it
sounds
sound like a kid?
Horrible, horrible child.
So
where
brunch is
were
a
we?
big one, but we don't really do that. We'll go out to dinner like the night before.
Yeah. Well, okay, and then also, Mother's Day isn't really a day, is it? Let's be honest with you. It's really
A weekend.
becomes a
at the
weekend
very
in
least.
some days.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can become.
That's what I'm saying.
The last 4 days.
You'll
of the
go out
week.
like Saturday night, and then you
Yeah.
have maybe
Or
brunch or
Friday,
do something
yeah,
with the
do something
kids.
Friday, and then exactly
then-
multiple days
And
leading
then
up to
she
it.
gets to choose whatever movie you watch Sunday night. It's like The Cutting Edge or Moulin Rouge, which probably the worst movie ever made, Moulin Rouge. No offense except to Moulin Rouge fans, because you're wrong.
Yeah, and you should.
Absolute trash.
Yeah.
Absolute trash. Song makes me movie makes my blood boil
The,
with
the
rage.
thought of watching it is so outside of my even purview. I have no idea.
Well,
what
you're
that
not a big
is.
movie guy.
No.
So that was there's a lot of intangibles, right, that kids take away from you, right? So, and obviously alone time is a big one, and that's what people
Yeah.
were saying, give this to your wife. A lot of people were like, let her sleep in, take the kids somewhere. And I was like, somebody said this to me. I was on the IG Live this morning, and somebody said, right before the hummingbird feeder comment,
Yeah.
somebody said, take the kids somewhere and let her sleep in. And I'm like, I don't want to take the kids anywhere, especially not by myself. The age gap is kind of annoying.
You
You
wouldn't
can't
take the-
bring them to the.
Wait, you
they
wouldn't
don't
take
like
the
the same
kids?
things. Yes, obviously I will, but I don't like to. That's what I'm saying. Leave the house by myself with kids so she can sleep in. First of all, I let her sleep in almost. She has MS, so she needs
Right.
more sleep, and she gets. I let her sleep in more, especially now that I'm unemployed. She sleeps, right? So
Right.
like I do let's be honest, I do plenty. I do a lot more for my wife than most people do for theirs. All right. Besides, I already got her 2 beautiful gifts. My sons. Here you go, lady.
I like how you're basically using this podcast to like finish an argument that happened.
I think it's
3
actually
weeks
just
ago.
to start an argument is
probably.
what's going to end up happening.
Well,
but have you ever said that to your wife? Like, sorry, like I already got you gifts. Look at these children. Because women like to be like, these, like I did all the work with these kids. Guess what? Maybe you did, but without me,
yeah.
no kids.
So
right?
science, just drop science
Exactly.
facts.
That's
on
what you
her.
have to do with these
True
ladies,
facts.
right?
Totally. You really know how to
Charm them.
and
In
stay,
2019?
stay nice and married. Sergeant Dye,
Sarge. That's Sarge. Our man.
Our man said every year we go crazy to a crazy expensive brunch and he eats everything in sight.
He takes advantage of it. I appreciate that, right? Where
that's
he's
good.
just
he
like,
kind of judo moves it and goes.
he's
oh,
like,
we
if you
should
can't
go.
beat him, join him.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
That's right.
I
And
bet
then-
he has a Bloody Mary or
and
two.
he eats everything in sight, which
You know, I another dad blogger I know. I saw he posted last weekend. He said he had his first Bloody Mary ever. Dude's like 43. Like, what?
That's annoying.
That's annoying to you that someone went through their life without having experienced it.
Yeah, really, really quite irritating.
I like Bloody Marys, but I almost I don't get to brunch.
Your first Bloody Mary happens at 40. You not no other time in your life is
Well,
hey, can I try one of those Bloody Marys? That never happens until you're 43.
I mean, I can't speak to every
That's why
moment of his life.
that's why
He
it's
was
annoying.
raised by wolves until he was 23.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a little bit, give him a little bit of leeway. Anyway, Papa does preach. I hope you enjoyed that Bloody Mary, my man. It's better than a mimosa. I don't like mimosas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but my wife's gonna be drinking a lot of them. That's the other thing I gotta get: orange juice. This is my grocery list now. This is my
Are you're literally just reciting your grocery list?
champagne, orange juice, peonies.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about what we have? Did you see Jean Marie 1010?
I did. So
All right.
Jean Marie 1010 and a couple of other people said this same thing. Some of whom wanted to remain anonymous because it's
That's a good call.
ridiculous, right? So this is they're one of their first Mother's Day, or maybe the first one. I think maybe in all the cases that I heard, it was the first one where the new mom, is waiting expectantly to see, like, oh, is he going to pull out all the stops? Or then as time's getting closer, he's not mentioning it. Oh, is it going to be some
Right.
kind of surprise? Or maybe we're going to go to brunch, or maybe he's just going to bring me something low key. That would be nice. Maybe he got me, a piece of jewelry or a macaroni necklace, right? And then the end of the day comes, and she ain't gotten jack shit. Not so much as a happy Mother's Day. So Jean Marie 1010 said this happened to her. She got through 3/4 of the day and was like, honey, do you know it's Mother's Day? And he says, but you're not my mom.
Oh.
That man, he is actually
Is he
he's
still
dead.
alive?
No,
Yeah,
he's
I
dead.
don't think he's alive. That move right there. I thought I was literally the world's biggest, and
you're second
I
biggest.
think I might be the second biggest. After
Well, no,
this-
third biggest,
this
because
is-
someone else, a couple other people told me, one of whom said the
that
same
is
thing, where
a really strange.
said,
move.
you're not my mom, which is just like,
It's like, what planet?
I
do you
can't
live
believe
on?
it.
Yeah,
When I heard these stories, I'm like, what?
yeah. That sounds made up.
I've made a
almost.
lot of mistakes in my life, and I make mistakes on Mother's Day all the
Yeah.
time, but I'd never pulled that junk. You're not my mom.
You're not my mom. What? It's Mother's
What
Day.
did you get
My
your mom? I
Yeah.
didn't get my mom anything
Yeah.
either. Oh, so you're just a
Oh.
piece of shit. Right? Let's
See,
break
honey,
it down. Yeah.
you're a piece of shit
Yeah.
too. You didn't get your mom.
I
anything?
can't imagine if I said, I'm going to try that
Oh
with
my
my wife
God.
this year. Did you get me anything? No, you're not my mom. You're not my mom. You're the kid's mom, and they dropped the ball on this one.
just expedite that timely. Yeah.
Do you
just
get your mom
arguments.
something for Mother's Day?
I give her a wonderful phone call.
Yeah.
I wish it could be a text.
Maybe a FaceTime?
That'd be better. Hey, mom.
FaceTime, again, is
Happy
one of those
Mother's
things
Day.
where you're doing something for
Bye.
somebody else that is torturous to you. Because FaceTime with my children, I'd rather,
my
I
God.
want to waterboard me, please,
I
instead.
just. Hi, can I speak? Can
Film
and
me,
everyone-
film
oh,
me
I
fucking
hate
a
it.
pie, like an American Pie, and
Yeah.
broadcast it to the
Okay.
world. I'd rather do that than FaceTime with my kids.
With kids, yeah.
FaceTime grandma with my kids.
Oh my God.
Absolute nightmare.
You've stumbled on a honeypot of horrible nightmare.
A honeypot.
Yeah.
What are you,
Of,
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, basically, especially after this wonderful Mother's Day.
So are you
episode that we
doing
covered.
anything for Mother's Day?
So the routine, we've got it down. I've got 3 kids, 11-year-old through to 4. My
You know how old your
routine,
kids are, man.
my routine is, as I said, flowers, card,
Take them out of the house.
breakfast, and or just wave lovingly as my wife.
Where will you
walks
go?
out
Like an
and
indoor
closes the
play
door.
space? Or a park?
Oh, we have so much shit going on the weekends that it's like usually it's me just schlepping the kids from one place to another.
But that's the thing. If you're already doing that, then it's not even special on Mother's Day.
You know what? Honestly, it seems special because there's flowers, there's a card,
Okay.
and there's orange juice that has
You're
now
not gonna
been
convince me, man.
spilled on the comforter. So now we have to deal
You know
with
what?
that, and someone has to deal with that. Mike, who's going to deal with that?
My wife just likes to know that some thought has been put into it.
That's what I'm saying. Just a
Um,
little. I'm literally 15 minutes as we're making whatever kind of cobbling together some sort of, and the breakfast is very easy to put together. Some kind of
I can't
yogurt
cook
with fruit,
at all. Oh, okay.
yogurt,
That's not
fruit,
cooking.
granola. Yeah, I'm emptying cereals,
Granola.
probably Cheerios or something, or some other cereal, and then there's coffee,
Wow.
orange
really
juice,
stepping up.
all of
Told you.
it,
Remember,
all
I
of
got to
it,
get that orange juice.
all
That's
of
a
it
reminder.
like poured.
Tiny bits so they can't spill it.
Like the smallest.
But your
amount.
oldest, your eldest, your oldest,
Eldest,
your eldest,
olderestest.
your olderest
Yeah.
she can carry a tray without spilling it over.
Yeah, but I.
The,
but
you
not
don't allow her to.
No, but I'm whispering in her ear the whole time. Don't you fucking drop that.
You're just
Drop that.
walking next to her.
Yeah.
You fucking
If you
drop that
fucking drop
goddamn
that,
tray.
oh,
One
goddamn.
drop, I
Oh
swear
my
to God, I'm gonna rip your
mom,
heart out.
And the next thing you know, you no idea. Oh, what's the matter? You getting shaky hands? On the
So
way?
now you're
Yeah.
creating more pressure
I'm sorry.
You're
is
testing
Is
her.
there another way
to raise your
to
kids.
raise children? Come on.
Whispering in their ear
Yeah.
threats the whole time. Well, there's two ways:
Delicately.
bribery or threats, and
Yeah.
both of them stop working by the time they're about 7.
Exactly.
Um,
No, the kids like it, and then it's a nice little bit of effort, and then of course it's like, get your car. Everyone's doing cards, and they're all like drawing, and they get excited, and then they want to be the one to bring it down,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everyone gets to hold something, and
I forgot
That's good.
that it was Mother's Day this week. Like I didn't wake up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a few days before right now.
Yeah.
But like over the weekend, I was like, oh, that's not for 2 weeks. But the thing is, it's really not going to change my planning much because I'm terrible at planning. We don't
Don't
have any
plan.
money, so we're not doing gifts.
Yeah.
So I got to do like the sentimental work with my kids to do something thing.
just do cards. Just have them draw a card.
I like to get a Hallmark
nice.
card, right? And I don't write. I look at the little whatever the heartfelt thing that was written. I sign my name, love Michael,
Yeah.
and I underline keywords in the passage, right?
Yeah, that means that you've really read the actual card.
Yeah, and I like emphasize this
Yeah.
this word and this couple of lines under that. That's
What's
what my,
weird is
that's
you
what,
underline conjunctions, right?
obviously,
and
yeah, like
prepositions.
and
I.
can't, and articles, conjunctions.
I can't love.
But no, I think my wife's parents do that, where they send her a card and they're just like, these are the fucking. I couldn't think of words I wanted to say to
Right.
you. This Hallmark card captured it too well.
Yeah.
These are the ones I want to emphasize.
Yep.
These specific sentiments.
And what if you just underline all of them, and then
You know what? Guess
Yeah,
what? I
may as
really
well.
meant this whole thing.
Yeah, well, listen, moms and mothers out there, we're sorry that we're going to disappoint you.
Yeah, and,
So badly on
and
this
to Mom
Mother's
and
Day.
Barry in particular, sorry about this podcast and some of the disparaging comments I
But
made.
at the same time, we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a try. I think our recommendation is, just you guys need to be alone. Just take these kids from
she
your
needs,
hands.
yeah, the moms need to
Moms
be alone.
need to
There's
be
guys,
alone.
there's fathers that listen to us.
Oh yeah, of
Right.
course. But I mean, our day is coming.
I want to
Oh,
know.
Our day is
I
coming.
want to know, guys. So after Sunday, let's hear how it went, what you did.
Yeah.
If somebody said to you, "You're not my mom,"
Yes.
I need
please.
please call me in the moment. FaceTime me.
Live chat.
I really need to see this kind of thing in action.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of snuff films, but I would be
But,
willing to see someone.
I mean, it's more
face
kind of
those
like
consequences.
rubbernecking at an accident kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But a good place to do that would be on the YouTube, because that's
underneath
got the
the
actual
comments.
episode, so that's easy.
You can always catch me on Instagram, and you can listen to this episode
Yeah.
on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher,
That's right.
Overcast. Is that what it's called? I think so.
Yep.
Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen. Anchor,
Yep.
Patreon. You can subscribe and throw some money towards us.
really
Mom and
appreciate
Buried
it.
Mom and Buried and Pete's wife. We need some kind of nickname
Nah,
for you so we can give
My
her one.
wife. My wife.
Pete's wife can maybe throw them a little cash so that
Yeah,
they
on
can
this
make up for the
Mother's Day.
disappointment
Oh,
of
look at, they are so disappointed.
this Sunday.
in us. But listen,
And I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
And my wife, Nate. Any moms you want to say? Any
Happy-
milfs? Any milfs you want to say Happy
No,
Mother's
my
Day
mom.
to? Nate's mom.
All right.
Need a nickname for her too.
And mom.
I don't like that one. Not even slightly.
Not even a little bit. All right. Happy
Very
Mother's Day,
strange.
everybody.
Happy Mother's Day, guys.
Catch you next time.